Good evening, welcome back to Frontier America Adventures. The last time we talked, I had placed a haversack in some sassafras leaves, and this is what we come back with. Kind of gave it a nice orangish brown dye. Turned out really nice. I like how it's kind of spotty too. That way it doesn't look like it's, if it gets in the woods, kind of spots it up a little bit. So that's all we have here. I took it out, rinsed it real well, and then dried it. Put on some antler buttons, had some antlers laying around, sawed them down, made them to the right size, and put those on there so it can be fastened up and latched. So what I want to do now is I want to show you how we can waterproof this. And what I have is a can, it's just an old coffee can, it's half paraffin and half beeswax. And I've got it heated up, it's melted. And what we will do here is take an old brush, get that on there, and then you just paint it on. Just like that. And it will start drying and cooling off immediately and leave a film, as you see. And the buttonholes went on first because I wanted to make sure that we had this wax inside the holes where the needle had been. Same way as up on the straps. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit to show you all. So, if you notice, there it is. And before I'm done, I will do the whole bag. So the whole bag will be waterproof. I'll do everything except for the straps. Really don't care if the straps, they don't need to be waterproof. Plus it makes them stiff, and this way it'll hang around your shoulders comfortably. As you know, we're going to be giving this away. Kevin Smith is going to be demonstrating here pretty soon on a video on how to start a fire with a bow drill and with a flint and steel. And we're going to try to include both of those in your kit. So what we do now is you will take a hair dryer, put it on its highest setting. It's going to be kind of hard to hear me. But what we'll do then is take this over this. And we'll melt that hard wax. What I will do, like I said, I just kind of put this on sporadically, but as we put that on there, it will darken up some. I'm going to go over and make this nice and even, put a good coat on there, and then when you heat it with that wax melts into the fabric, and this thing will shed water like glass. It'll just hit it and bounce off. It'll beat up and roll right off. I don't do the inside of the flap. You notice here we're going to have a little pocket. You can put a few items in there. You can always add buttons here if you want to put paperwork or some type of items in here, utensils, whatever. If you need to add more buttons. I mean, back then these people just, they altered them whatever to suit them. I mean, a lot of the people back then, a lot of your frontiersmen had embroidery work done on them, real pretty flowers and stuff, because they're sweethearts. Would put stuff on there, and flowers back then meant something. I mean, if it just wasn't something to be pretty, they had actual meaning behind them. So they would sew that stuff on there for them. And it had a little bit of a sentimental meaning to them, and wished them luck or Godspeed or whatever along those lines. So there's a lot of things you can do with this once you have it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and waterproof the rest of this and get the hair dryer and work that in and melt it so it goes in there so it's a nice waterproof bag. And the next video we show you will be of Kevin Smith. Probably the next we do. We also have we're going to be making some cornmeal here. My neighbor planted field corn, and there's a bunch left over, so we're going to probably make some cornmeal, show how to make some cornmeal mush, stuff you can carry along with you along your trek. But watch closely. Soon we will have some fire making videos coming out. So thank you. Don't forget to go to our website, FrontierAmericaAdventures.com, our Facebook page, Frontier America Adventures, and our blog, FrontierAmericaAdventures.net. A lot of neat stuff on there. We have a lot of people that we're working with, cool stuff going on. Also, kind of keep an eye on it as we move farther into this. We're going to be giving courses on eventually on hog butchering, scalding, scraping, and curing meat the old-fashioned way, and some things along those sorts. So keep an eye on us. Thanks for watching.